This past week, President Trump's plan to build a border wall was put on hold after he backed off demands for Congress to fund it. But the border wall debate rages on in Arizona. Carter Evans paid a visit to a Native American tribe fighting to keep the wall off its land.
So this is it. This is where you can go and I have to stop.
Well, you stop right there.
Verlin Jose is vice chairman of the Tohono O'odham Nation, a tribe of American Indians allowed to cross the border where most Americans cannot.
We can cross the traditional with our tribal IDs. You cross, you have to go to an official port of entry.
The Tohono O'odham Nation is roughly the size of Connecticut. It straddles 62 miles along the Mexican-American border in Arizona. Tribal members live on both sides and are caught in the middle of the border debate. They allowed the federal government to build a vehicle barrier in 2006, but they strongly oppose a wall through their land. The current border fence cuts right through this ranch, which is owned by a tribal member, and their well is now on the Mexican side of the border. A wall here would make it impossible to get to. Do you want a wall right here?
I do not want a wall there. There actually is no word for wall in our language because we were never contained. If you really want to secure your city and town, build it around your city and town.
I'm all for anything that helps protect our country.
Mark Lamb is the sheriff of neighboring Pinal County, 80 miles north of the border. He showed us a path illegal immigrants and smugglers used to pass through the reservation and enter his county, where nearly 3,500 illegal border crossers were detained in January alone.
Would a wall in the Indian reservation be helpful?
Absolutely.
It's a deterrent.
It's a deterrent. A lot of people think that's insensitive. It's not. We're protecting our home. We're protecting what's ours.
Tribal leaders say they're working with federal agents to better protect the border, spending $3 million a year. But building a wall is a step too far.
As far as you're concerned, this is not Mexico and this is not the U.S.
This is technically O'odham Hajuat, translate to the people's land.
And since the federal government gave control of this land to the Tohono O'odham more than 150 years ago, it will now require an act of Congress to take it back and build a wall. Carter Evans, CBS News, along the U.S.-Mexican border.